Hey guys, I don't know if you remember in the presentation video for the sliding domino, I had a little bit of trouble solving it, so I'm here to tackle the problem once again, so here we go, let's solve this thing. So for those who remember the presentation video, you probably remember that I had a lot of trouble solving it last time. I didn't manage to solve it, so I'm gonna try again this time and think a bit more. Now, for those who didn't see the video, this turns like a domino, except you can't do quarter turns on the sides. It also turns like this, and like this. But you've got one thing that's peculiar, is that you can do sliding moves like this, and then still turn it like that. Sorry. And for those who didn't see the video, you don't know that this puzzle isn't designed that well, in the sense that I didn't put any locking mechanism, which means that this part can just slide out. But overall it's still playable. Now, there is maybe something that I could do to improve this, which is to basically make this circle stick out so that it can't really move past the circle, but I didn't do this in the original version, so this is the puzzle that you have in front of you. So let's try and solve this. Now I'm gonna try and do like a layer by layer approach, so starting with the bottom layer and going up. I still have some powder residue on my fingers. So yeah, let's first solve the circles. So the orange circle and the red circle, like this. So this is really easy, they can't really be scrambled. Then I'm gonna solve the bottom edges here. So this one's correct, I just need this one to be slightly different. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a 3 cycle of these 3 edges. This is actually quite easy. Again, same method as always, and it's just like an R2, U2, R2. And that way, these edges are in the right position. So yellow with yellow and white with white. And now is where it gets challenging. So now I need to solve the bottom or the top face. It's a choice. I think I'm gonna go with the top face because it seems like it's more solved than the rest. Now this is quite peculiar. I have these two and these two that should be permuted, which is quite unfortunate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna 3 cycle this with that, like this. And then reverse the turn that I was doing. And actually that did not, okay, yeah, it did work out, because this is the piece that I just took from the bottom face, and it should go here. So I can now 3 cycle it like this, replace it with this one, move it to the back, and move this one downwards again. And as you can see, I've solved this whole top face. Now this is quite easy because it's only 3 cycles, and again, as I showed you, the 3 cycle to do like to permute these 3 parts is just moving up, replacing this one with that one, and moving back down, and then finishing the move. So it's quite easy. It's just like a slide up, U2, slide down, U2. And that's the 3 cycle. Now, something that's that I have to do right now is I have to permute these two, so I'm just gonna do R2, U2, R2, U2. This is quite classic. But it scrambles this. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same thing with these two and these two instead of these two and these two. That way, R2, U2, R2, U2, R2, U2. That way, both sets of edges are in the wrong orientation. That was useless. What I just did was completely, utterly useless. Okay, I'm just gonna reverse the orientation of that one. Oh yeah, but, okay, I need to reverse the orientation of that, but I can't really do that because it's just gonna reverse the orientation of those 2 parts and those 2 parts. So that's more challenging than I thought, believe it or not. You can't just permute these 2. So, what I can do is replace them with parts that belong here. So here I need to find a yellow-green part, such as this one, for example, or this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse them, then do a 3 cycle to move this one out the way, then move them back to where they were, and redo the 3 cycle the other direction to bring it back into this position. And that seemed to have worked. Now for some reason I messed this up, and I don't know why. Yeah, I can just fix it right now. So it's the red, oh yeah, it's the piece that I removed. So I just need to replace it with this one. That wasn't the one, right here. And that should be solved, but then again, I messed up something. Oh yeah, I did another U2 turn. So this is messed up. This is quite difficult. It's more difficult than I expected. I can't just do R2 U2s. And this is quite challenging, sorry. A bit sick at the moment. This is not helping. Alright, so let me just think and try to explain what I just did better, because I'm gonna have to do this once more. So here I want to bring this part down here, because it's the yellow, orange, blue edge corner, whatever you want to call it. And to do this, I'm going to 3 cycle by doing U2, slide, U2. Here, honestly, on this puzzle, like R2 moves are just the thing you want to avoid, because this is what scrambles the circles, and the circles are the hardest thing to solve, I think. Alright, so let's move on to the next part. I need to bring a white, green, orange part here, but there is none available, which means that one I of the parts on the top face is in the wrong orientation, and that kind of sucks. What I can do, I don't know what I can do. This is difficult. This is really difficult and really challenging. I really need to think. Usually it's easier to solve puzzles. This one is quite unusual because you don't have the same types of moves that you can find on other twisty puzzles. So what I can do is move this up here and try to 3 cycle this part with this one, but I don't want to mess up everything that's on top. So what I could do is bring this part up as well. 3 cycle this one, then move it out of the way so that I don't screw up anything. 3 cycle this, then move this one back up, put it back where it was, and bring it down. This is confusing. This is very, very confusing, and I'm pretty sure it didn't work out as I had hoped. I still got that one, so maybe I made a small mistake because this part isn't the right one. It needs to be green and white, so this is something I need to do. Another 3 cycle. I think I just did one of the 3 cycles in the wrong direction. So yeah, now this is solved. And here it's solved as well, so that's a good thing. Now it means all that's left is to solve the top face. And what's really unfortunate is that at this point, my orange parts are right there. I've also got orange parts on the bottom, right there. So everything from here to here is completely solved, but these edges or corners, I don't even know what to call them, these sliders are basically in the wrong orientation, not just the wrong direction, which means I need to bring them down to the middle, like here, then reverse them, then replace them with these two right here, and reverse them again. And now, and that worked, I just unsolved this piece right there, but this one is just a 3 cycle with this, I think, so now I'm almost there. And now there's only one thing missing, it's that I have another 3 cycle that's hidden somewhere, because this piece is in the right orientation but the wrong position, and this one too. Now, this is actually quite easy, I think. I just need to do a 3 cycle with these parts. Since these two are identical, I can just bring that one here, replace it with the same one, then do this. And then, I'm not sure of what I'm doing, do this so that it's in the right position, and then solve the final part. So this was just like an easy 3 cycle, and the sliding 2 by 2 by 3 or sliding domino is now solved. So it was definitely not one of the easiest solves that I've had in my collection. This is a very peculiar puzzle, and you don't really solve it the same way as you would other puzzles, and it's quite confusing considering a lot of parts are stickered the exact same way. So you get a lot of parity errors, like for example this red, white, green part is the same as this one and this one. It is literally the same part on every aspect. So it's not that easy to distinguish which parts go where, and that's something I really enjoy about this puzzle. It's that it really gets confusing, and that's really what a puzzle's all about. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really found it enlightening because I don't usually solve puzzles like that. And well, yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and if you did, please feel free to subscribe and share this video, and I will see you in the next video.